Okay, Donald. You step through the door to the north and enter a kitchen. There are multiple stoves and ovens along the sides of the room with multiple pantries and an island countertop in the center.
Cool, a kitchen, very exciting. I guess I'll go ahead and search for anything out of the ordinary.
As you begin walking around the room, taking in your surroundings, a violent shaking sound erupts from all around you. You notice drawers under the counter shaking in place and oven doors rattling about.
More fucking ghosts, bring it on.
The drawers burst open and all sorts of sharp utensils begin flying through the air in your direction.
I'll deflect them with my battle-hardened fists.
Give me a dexterity check to see how quickly you can react.
13.
13 cuts it. You knock them out of the air one after another until the arsenal of knives and forks is exhausted.
It takes a lot more than that to take down this man.
You hear the sound of an oven behind you flying open. As you peek over your shoulder to see what the noise was, you see a burst of flames leaping out from within.
I'll dive out of the way. Dex check again.
You got it.
15.
You dodge roll out of the way of the flames spraying forth from the oven. You land at a safe distance from the flames, but the oven continues to belch forth a constant stream of fire.
Flying knives and flaming ovens. What else do you have to throw at me?
Do you continue searching the room?
Of course I do.
You continue circling around the room, and as you pass by a pantry against the wall, it quickly begins to fall forward in your direction.
What's it made of?
It's just made of wood.
I'm going to smash that thing apart.
Always wanted to solve things with might, Donnie.
Okay, strength check this time.
19, baby, let's go.
You strike upon the door of the pantry with all your might, and it completely shatters to pieces. The food within begins falling all over the floor around you. And with the extra weight removed, you're easily able to catch the rest of the pantry.
I'll toss the pantry aside. Anything interesting in the food that fell?
You investigate the food on the floor. One of several pantries in the room, this one appears to have housed mostly cured meats. You recognize cuts of beef, pork, and some wild game from the area. But there's several cuts of meat that are completely unrecognizable to you. They aren't any kind of meat you've seen before.
I'm calling it right now. This is human meat.
That's some scary shit.
I'm going to grab a handful of the mystery meat and stuff it in my pocket.
What could you possibly hope to accomplish with dried human meat?
I have my plans, Joe. Just let me do my thing.
After you pocket the meat, every stovetop in the room lights up and burns brightly with pillars of flame jumping upwards into the air. The room is starting to get uncomfortably hot.
They're definitely trying to hide something from you with all these traps in here.
I'm going to check if there's anything left in the drawers that might be useful.
You search through the drawers from top to bottom. The first two are mostly empty, presumably used to store the utensils that were launched at you earlier. The third drawer has a few small cookbooks in it. You irreverently begin throwing the books aside to see if there's anything else in the drawer when the sight of one book freezes you dead in your tracks. A worn, dusty tome that bears the symbol of Belphegor upon the front, smeared in blood.
I'll take a peek inside.
You open the book and quickly recognize its purpose. It appears to be a guide on the best ways to prepare human meat for consumption.
I fucking called it. Whoever owns this place was dead-ass eating people.
That's really dark.
Okay, now I'm getting the hell out of this room.
You exit the room back to the dining room. Just as you do, the roof collapses behind you, crashing down upon the kitchen and destroying most everything within. Black smoke billows out from the rubble.
Those ghosts never had a chance of touching me.
Let's just hope that rubble doesn't catch fire.
As you return to the entrance hall, you hear a loud crashing noise coming from the opposite side of the house.
I guess I'll go check it out.
You head to the source of the noise and enter the piano room where Joe is getting up off the ground while Bill and George are staring on in utter shock.
I'm glad you're here, Donnie. There are so many spiders under the floor here.
So all the spiders have left the room, right?
Yes, the room is empty of spiders now.
I'm going to try looking through the hole in the floor to see what's underneath.
Ah, geez, Bill, do you gotta...
I'm sure this is going to be an important part of our quest.
You look down into the hole in the floor that's partially covered by the wreckage of the piano and bed. You can't see much, but what you can see looks strikingly like stairs.
Hey guys, I see some stairs under here.
All right, let's go.
Before we head down, I want to show everyone the book I found.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should show them my book, too.
As a group, you take a minute to share with each other what you experienced and found.
So we found a haunted piano, and Donnie found a haunted kitchen. We got to get those ghosts out of this place.
I feel like just driving the ghosts away won't be enough. We need to figure out why they're gathering here in the first place.
Well then, let's go down the stairs. Secret basements hidden under the floor are always full of surprises. You should see mine.
What?
What?
All right, are you all ready to head down the stairs?
Let's go.
You pry away the floorboards around the hole until it's large enough to climb through. Descending through the hole, you begin descending the staircase hidden below. The stairs aren't very long, and you can immediately see the bottom where they lead into a room that, from what you can see, appears to be dimly illuminated by an eerie green glow.
I'm taking the lead. I love fucking up ghosts.
What's your problem with ghosts, Don?
They just aren't right. When something dies, it should stay dead. Or come back as a zombie, I guess. But they shouldn't stick around as ghosts. I just don't like it.
I'll take the back. You guys can lead the way.
I'll stay ahead of Joe so he can cast his spells.
All right. You descend to the bottom of the stairs and see before you a small room. In the center is a glowing green pentagram upon the floor with a festering corpse above it, suspended in the air by chains hanging from the ceiling and attached to its arms. There are bones scattered across the floor, but beyond that, there's nothing else noteworthy in this tiny chamber.
I'm going to go up to the corpse and smash its face in.
I don't think that's a great idea, Donnie.
Yeah, that might trigger something bad to happen. We should investigate it first.
Yeah, and give it time for something worse to happen? Yeah, right. I'm going to make my move before anything else gets its chance.
You're always such a goddamn instigator.
As you step towards the suspended corpse, a large, faintly green, glowing, translucent spirit bursts forth from the corpse, towering above you. You who dares desecrate my manor, may you hear my plea and the tale of my suffering and lay me to rest.
I'm smashing this fucker in the face just like I did the last one.
Donald, stop. We really should hear him out. This is probably the key to cleansing this place and finishing our quest.
Look, he's an evil spirit, and we're here to stop a haunting. I'm kicking his ass.
Stop him, Bill.
I'm going to grab Donald and hold him back.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think that's totally fair. You're going against the will of the group. We aren't harming you in any way, so it's not any kind of PvP action.
Okay, Bill, give me a strength check against Donald's reflex.
14. What's your reflex, Donnie?
Fine, you win.
The wretched wraith before you continues to speak as you hold back your eager ally. 5 years ago, I was visited by the archdemon Belphegor. With his wicked tongue, he tempted me with promises of power and fortune beyond my wildest dreams. He taught me the dark arts of devouring the souls of others and converting them into a dark energy within myself. I even ate the flesh of those who I killed, as he told me it would make me even stronger. This continued for 2 years as I brought peasant after peasant to my home, slaughtered them, absorbed their souls, and ate their corpses. I had no shame and no remorse. I was far beyond corrupted. But at one point, Belphegor paid me another visit. He told me that my role was over and I had achieved what he wanted of me. In this very room, in the very place my corpse lays, he slit my throat and hung up my corpse. For the last 3 years, he has been siphoning all of the energy I had been holding within my vessel, using it to strengthen himself. It was his plan from the start, and I was merely a pawn in his game. He continues to feed off my corpse, sealed within this cage and unable to fully rot away. It's with my own energy that he keeps this place cursed, calling forth lesser spirits of the damned to drive away any who enter, lest they find out our secret. I am so very tired. After my death, the corruption left my body, and with clarity of mind, I understood the atrocities I had committed. Please break the seal and let my body and soul finally find rest.
What do you guys think?
I'm going to do an insight check to see if he's lying. Story feels way too convenient for him.
What's your insight?
+1.
As far as you can tell, he seems completely sincere and honest.
Guys, I think we should help him.
Me too. Maybe he doesn't deserve it because of what he's done, but if it clears the curse from the mansion, then it's the right thing to do here.
Okay, Spirit, what do we need to do?
The task is easy, yet not so. You simply must destroy the spell circle below me and the enchantment will be void. But the powers of Belphegor protect the seal, and I can't imagine it will be easy to break.
What do we need to do to break it?
For the circle, I'm sure a simple crack in the floor would be enough to break the continuity of it. For the seal, it forms a physical barrier between the outside and inside. Great force will be needed to break it.
Leave this one to me, guys.
I actually think for once Donald's aggression is going to be useful here.
Eat my entire ass, Joe. I haven't done a single thing wrong this game.
Okay, Donnie, have at it.
All right, Barack, once Bill lets me go, I'm going to walk up to this barrier and smash it as hard as I damn well can.
Give me a strength check, Donald.
17, let's fucking go.
You strike the air and a transparent wall materializes before you. With your fist smashing against it, you see a crack form along it.
Can I just keep on wailing on it?
First, after your first punch is thrown, the room around you begins to shake violently. Dust falls from the ceiling above you and the bones on the floor rattle.
I bet that's the countermeasures against us trying to break the seal.
You guys watch my back while I keep trying to tear through this wall.
Finally, some teamwork. That's what I like to hear.
Don't worry about a thing, Donnie. We've all got your back.
Can I roll strength again?
Go ahead.
Shit, it's a 6.
You continue striking upon the barrier, one punch after another, but the crack doesn't grow. Meanwhile, as the rest of the party stands at the ready, the walls of the room begin to leak blood from between the bricks they're composed of.
That's fucking terrifying.
Don't worry, guys. It's almost certainly just an illusion. Keep your guard up.
I'm rolling again. It's a 13.
As you keep striking, the crack begins to grow wider and longer. As you do, the floor of the room begins to crack as well. The cracks are thin, but they begin forming from the outer edges of the room and slowly creep inward towards the center.
Stay close to Donald, guys. If anything happens, we need to be ready.
You all back in closer to the center of the room where the barrier is. Roll again, Donald.
15.
Winding back your fist and unleashing a decisive blow, you strike forward and the barrier shatters to pieces and the magic that constitutes it fades away. Thinking yourself successful, you reach towards the barrier only to find another barrier manifest just behind where the last one was.
You're fucking kidding me. Is this a trick? A puzzle? What the fuck do you want me to do?
I'm going to try to detect the magical properties of the barrier.
Great. What's your arcana?
+3.
All right. You're able to detect that the spell cast to create the barrier was twofold, creating one outer layer as a form of security and a second inner layer sturdier than the first. You also understand that breaking the first seal unleashed a distress signal to the caster.
Fuck, you're going to have to go all out, Donald. The second barrier is going to be tougher, and we're probably going to have some company soon.
I love a challenge. I'll keep going at it. 10 this time.
You begin your assault on the second layer of the barrier. Outer portions of the floor close to the walls begin to break apart, falling down into whatever lies below. Bright red light pours up from the holes beginning to form.
I think we're standing over a portal to hell. You better break that thing fast, Donnie.
So we got the floor falling into hell, the walls are bleeding, and the room is shaking. Anything else?
Give me another roll, Donald.
12.
The second layer of the barrier begins to crack. You also begin to hear screams of pain, cackling laughter, and wild howls coming from beneath the floor. The crumbling of the floor continues to spread towards the middle of the room. You see long, red-skinned arms reaching through the open parts of the floor and scratching violently around as if the creature attached to the arms is trying to climb up.
We got ourselves some demons, boys. You guys ready?
I'm ready to launch some magic missiles.
I can use turn undead if there are any zombies or things like that. I'm ready to heal you all up, too, if it comes to that.
And again, Donald.
Another 15.
The cracks in the barrier spread and widen. You can tell it's getting close to giving out. Meanwhile, the floor begins to fall apart even more, now opening up wide enough for the demons below to crawl through the opening and enter the room. Lanky, with red skin, large horns, and sharp teeth, the demons stare at you with wide grins for a few seconds before beginning to rush towards you.
I'll beat them back with my battle axe.
I'm going to cast my daily spell, Freezing Cloud. George, help Bill keep them away.
All right, I'll use my mace to try to keep them back.
Bill, George, and Donnie, give me strength checks. Joe, give me intelligence.
11.
12.
19. It better fucking break with that one.
I got a 14.
All right. Bill and George keep the demons at bay long enough for Biden to cast his freezing cloud. The portion of the room where the demons are crawling in from becomes covered in a thick cloud of blisteringly cold mist. The demons wail in pain and are momentarily distracted. At the same moment, Donald lands his final strike on the barrier and it shatters to pieces, fading away.
Do it, Donnie.
Let's end this thing.
I step forward and strike down upon the ground where the magic circle is. Do I need to roll strength again?
No, you've rolled enough. You strike down and crack the brick floor underneath a portion of the magic circle. When you do, the room begins to shake much more violently than before. The blood leaking from the walls begins to flood in, and the ground begins to fall apart even faster. You all back towards the center of the circle, fearing that you've fallen into a trap and that you're done for. After a few seconds, the light pouring in from under the floor grows brighter and brighter until it becomes blindingly so, and you cover your eyes to protect them. And then, nothing. You pull your hands away and open your eyes to see the room exactly as it had been when you first walked in. No blood, no shaking, and no holes in the floor. The only difference you notice is that the magic circle you were standing in just moments ago is now gone. You step away from the suspended corpse in the room, and as you do, you hear a voice behind you. It's faint, but you're just able to make out the words that it speaks. A simple thank you.
We did it, guys.
We fucking did it.
You did good today, Donnie. We couldn't have done it without you.
You're goddamn right I did. And you didn't want me to play with you. You must feel real fucking stupid right now, don't you?
Don't ruin the moment, Donald.
Well, I guess we can leave now, right?
Yeah, let's go.
You ascend the stairs and return to the piano room to find the room full of black smoke.
Is the house burning down now that we destroyed Belphegor's seal? Oh my fucking God, this has to be from Donald leaving the fire burning in the kitchen.
Ah, shit, my bad, guys.
Can we run out of the manor? Is the smoke light enough for us to see our way?
The smoke isn't that thick yet. You cover your mouths and sprint out of the room. Entering the entrance hall, you see the eastern half of the mansion is entirely burning, and the smoke around you is incredibly thick. You continue sprinting towards the front door and make it out. Coughing and wheezing to catch your breath, you turn around to see the mansion ablaze.
Oh, shit, guys, I think we fucked up.
Do you think we'll still get our reward money?
Well, I mean, we did get rid of the spirits.
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Having succeeded in your goal, in a sense, you walk away from the burning building with a sense of pride and accomplishment. As you do, you hear the sound of the entire mansion collapsing to the ground. You don't turn back to look. Good job, guys. That's the end of today's game. I guess I'll see you all next week.